Hi, welcome back to Two Kim's One Pod, the evening edition.
Ooh, late
Wow,
night.
it's so dark. My video is like I'm usually like we're recording during the day usually, and it's so bright in my room. I feel like I'm in like this feels like a hostage situation on my camera. It looks crazy.
It does look like very what is it, like internet, like video, like
No,
like,
truly, I
like,
feel like I'm like about to announce like Snowden type conspiracy or something.
I was gonna say it looks like you're about to start playing a video game and it's gonna start popping up where my face is.
Oh my god. Like a Twitch thing?
Yeah, like a Twitch thing. That's what it looks like to me, like those guys, because they're always so like it's always dimly lit and they're only being lit up by the monitor,
the screen, the blue of the screen. I know. I do. It's giving like incel vibes.
Our final form. That is really what we're destined for.
Hey, if Trump wins, that's what might happen to us. That would be such a great, beautiful closure to our podcast from 2017 to 2025. That like, hey, they started as like a response to the choking of our democracy and the evisceration of decorum, and then they've turned in 2 short terms of presidents, turned into the incels that started it all. Like
into the very incel they had started off hating.
Yeah.
Like
that's a beautiful journey.
Like we just ended with being like, you know what? And these bitches do need to start fucking men.
Get back in the kitchen. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. We are celebrating. I mean, we're celebrating. We're recording on Easter evening.
Did you do anything for Easter?
Not for Easter, but thematically entwined. A friend of ours had a birthday party at a theater. We all went to go watch. Like he rented out the whole theater. It was a small theater, but like a theater, and we all watched Immaculate together.
Oh,
with Sydney Sweeney. Yes.
Okay.
Now, what's your take on Miss Sweeney herself, Miss Lower Sclera? You know that term, sclera? Lower sclera?
No.
SCLERA. I had to look it up.
Sclera. What does that mean?
Yeah, I had to look it up. I was Googling the unsettling whiteness you can see under one's eye, which is Sydney Sweeney's thing.
This thing. Yeah.
Apparently, it is in
a sign of madness.
Yes, and in Asian culture specifically, if you have that, it's like 복 떨어진다, or like having like bereft of luck or whatever charm in your life. But I guess in other cultures, it's like crazy or like sickness. It's supposed to be some kind of like mental or physical illness when you can see the lower sclera.
See, I thought that's kind of what it meant in Korean stuff too. Like it's not just the unluckiness. I just kind of thought it was because they were not deserving
healthy?
Of the
cursed.
You know what I mean? Like that they're like
cursed.
Like you know what I mean? Because of that, they welcome in unlucky.
That sounds right. Those type of eyes feel like they're welcoming demons, and in that way, Sydney Sweeney was perfect for Immaculate. But what's your take on her?
I haven't really watched her. I didn't watch her in Euphoria. I haven't really watched her in anything. I've really just been inundated with her visage in our culture because of all the movies she's been in, every single trailer I've ever seen her in. I've watched snippets of many movies and some Euphoria clips.
Okay. But you're not well versed in her oeuvre.
No, not at all.
Okay. I am not either, except for Euphoria and now this movie. Listen, she's a beautiful girl. Nothing wrong with the way she looks, lower sclera included.
Yes.
But I feel like we've gone like a little too far from Pretty Blonde Girl. Like,
okay.
okay, if you take away from the neck down, just as you said, visage.
Yeah.
Just think about the 얼굴, right?
Yeah.
This is not a pretty face to me, personally speaking. And I'm old.
Okay,
I'm old,
so
but like I know she's the blonde bombshell, but like 얼굴만 보면 좀 like looks a little goofy.
because
teeth too.
No, because there is no light. There is no a little like it's
no
just,
one's home. Hello?
I mean, someone's home and they're humorless.
No, someone's home, but they turned off all the lights.
The lights. They're just sitting there waiting.
Sitting to listening to AM radio. I don't understand what's happening. The first half of the movie when they're introducing this character, I'm laughing through everything she's saying because I don't believe a thing. Like I'm just like, and I'm a bad actor.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, like this was beyond bad acting. I was like, you don't even care.
But this is, it's, to me, it's not like, do you remember when Dua Lipa, the concert footage of her dancing?
Yeah, badly.
And then, yes, and then the internet comment that was, "Go on, girl, give us nothing."
Yeah. Yes, that's what she's giving.
Give us nothing. Yes, go off, girl. Give us nothing. And then Dua took that in, and then has now emerged as the sort of, talent and giving it to us. Really, now she went back. She went back to work. She went back to school.
Yeah.
She learned how to do the role. She learned how to give us something on stage.
A performance.
She really does. Truly.
I haven't seen anything of her recently, but I'm sure she does. She's a pop star. She has to. But
and
you're saying she learned her lesson.
She learned her lesson. And now I don't know if, listen, the reason why I am hesitant to say things is because I learned my lesson during the pandemic when I realized why Jennifer Love Hewitt had a career. Because I didn't realize.
What?
Because Jennifer Love Hewitt is, to me, Sydney Sweeney of the yesteryear.
No, but okay, objectively speaking, not talent or anything. I'm just talking about visage.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, a cute girl.
You think Jennifer Love Hewitt is giving more face than Sydney Sweeney?
Okay, I need you to look at just Sydney Sweeney's face.
Yeah.
This is a pablo with buck teeth. Just look at her. Don't look at boobs, décolletage, nothing. Hair, forget it.
That's literally what I'm talking about.
No, Jennifer Love Hewitt, pound for pound. Jennifer Love Hewitt face, I'm talking about symmetry, cuteness of features. That's a 10 out of 10 compared to Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney, she looks tired.
You're talking about but to me, Sydney
the face.
But to me, okay, let's just put it out here. Neither of them are elite movie star level.
No.
They don't have it. They don't have the sparkle. They don't have the zhuzh. They don't have the je ne sais quoi, whatever, Je ne sais quoi. They don't have the quality.
Yeah, they don't have the J-Law, if you will. J-Law, I would say, has star quality.
Easily.
Okay.
Like she's
Emma
got
Stone.
Got it.
And
neither of those women are like
Michelle Williams, another white woman.
But in that sort of way where it's like if they went to a junior high at that level, they would not be considered the hottest girl at that school. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sydney Sweeney would be in the same circle of hot girls in junior high. Now, to me, the Sydney Sweeney is the alpha mean girl. Jennifer Love Hewitt is her sidekick. The one that most boys like because she's nice. They are like, oh, she looks nice. She seems like the nicer girl.
Oh, but Sydney Sweeney looks like a bitch. Oh, that's what it is.
Looks like the mean girl that is the alpha.
She looks like 싸가지. She's a 싸가지 바가지.
And it's also totally through the male gaze. because okay,
100%.
and this is it was,
and I think that's why, as a gay man, I'm just like, this isn't my diva.
what is happening? What is happening?
She cannot be my diva. Like, you are shoving her down my throat
because she got no humor. She's got nothing. There's
and let
nothing
me tell,
coming out.
Nothing coming out. Nothing's going in. Let me tell you. But this entire movie, Immaculate. Tell me why she's in a nightgown that's wet the entire time, and you could see her entire areola. I mean, and this is her third movie from that director. So clearly there's a muse thing happening.
Call it a muse is rude to muses.
To Greek culture overall.
No, because this is it's like I was watching this explanation of Love Island from someone on TikTok that was describing the men at the very beginning kind of coalescing around an alpha male's decision, and the men decide who's the hottest, and it is not absolutely never objectively actually the hottest one. It is by consensus. It is by committee. They choose who is hot and therefore the most desirable. And then among the men,
rank
they decide
themselves who can get her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that to me is her. Like some men have gotten together by committee and been like, she's
the one. I mean, clearly. It kind of reminds me of how they presented ScarJo to us.
Yes.
Very similar vibes.
Yes.
This like sex bomb, big titted, blonde woman who's like just fine at acting. Mm-hmm. Like literally fine. And I'm just like.
To be fair, ScarJo does have a little more. She does have a little more.
If you say so. Oh, no, then Sydney Sweeney, 100%. You know how people describe you and me as doing too much? This bitch has never been called that ever in her life. She's doing the least. All right?
She's doing. She does.
She does.
Period. But truly, like the breast situation cannot be discounted.
It can't.
Really,
and
truly,
it shan't. Because
like the huge, heavy, natural look it beckons like a siren song.
They had her in profile, wet, naked with this pregnant body, and I was like, and she's supposed to be a nun.
Yeah,
she's supposed to be a nun. Anyway, so.
A nun in a body that the devil built. Get
out
of here.
Okay, hellacious, and
on Easter, rude.
No, her pussy brimstone. Now she looked incredible. She looked like, I mean, talk about male gaze. Like it was shot in such a way that it was a 13-year-old in a 48-year-old's body masturbating through light and shadow.
See, so there are parts of that I do I think is endearing. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. There's a place and time for it.
Yeah.
This is not for me. Not in like, she's not a movie like this, like obvious shoving of a starlet, and we've been through it.
This is a TNT bitch. This bitch belongs on TNT, TBS. Put her on basic cable.
USA.
Do not. Thank you.
The
USA.
Suits reboot.
Thank you.
Yes.
She put her there. I'm not saying she shouldn't have a job. I'm not saying don't put her on.
We are bereft of stars. I think this is what it comes down to.
Yes.
This is what it comes down to is
yes.
Even, okay, I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to get canceled for this. Zendaya, I understand, gorgeous, model-esque, tall, can wear the shit out of literally any fabric placed on her God-given beautiful body.
Absolutely.
And face and great voice. I don't get it with her. She also is giving the
Peter. This is giving misogynist.
No. I think they are I think it's maybe, you know what it is? I think I'm out of touch. Like, I'm just not understanding. Dave Attell recently said this about like how young comedians don't appreciate Carlin because Carlin seems corny to them,
Yes.
because you don't understand the context of the time and the people of that time. So
Yeah.
if you just listen to him, it's just kind of like, okay, old guy ranting. They don't understand within that world and the time he lived, he was genius. You know, like he was the guy,
Yes.
prolific, out there saying the things.
I mean, he's the literally, oftentimes in some sentiments, he's the only person looking east and everyone is looking west.
100%. And
So that is part of his bravery, the courage to say it and have the wherewithal to even articulate something so
Yes.
beautifully
in a pithy, like
in a culture where
in a cadence that's naturally his, like it was
and in a culture that no one was saying that.
100%. And
There's nothing for him to draw from.
Right. One of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
And for like a Gen Z, Gen A person on TikTok looking at, this is heartbreaking, but watching the AI, Carlin, and not understanding the greatness of that time or this person in that time, you know? So I feel that way about these young starlets these days, is that maybe I'm just of a time that I'm out of time so I can't appreciate the like giving the leastness of it all. You know, like maybe that's this time's, or you know, young people's taste, and I'm just out of taste.
So you're saying that okay, just this is the acting that example that comes to mind. So you're saying that like you would love to see a Gen Z reinterpretation of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
I would not want to see that, no. Because I think I know what that already is people just being disaffected at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... I think I'm just out of vogue. So it feels a little like, what? But I wonder, okay, you tell me this. Because when we were coming up, when we were growing up, they really shoved... what's her face down our throat the same way? Goop. What's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes.
And people were like, she's incredible. She's Oscar winning. Okay. Again, cancel me, I guess. But I didn't think she did that great of a job in that movie.
Oh, in Shakespeare
in Love.
100%. I agree.
She was fine.
But in Great Expectations, in Sliding Doors, the role is made for her.
Yes, she fits that thing. But like,
Gwyneth doesn't belong on
TBS.
Gwyneth doesn't belong on TBS. She shouldn't be on USA. Gwyneth
Fine,
is a
send
star.
her to Hallmark.
No,
I don't think Gwyneth is a star. I really don't.
Gwyneth
disagree.
Is a star.
I disagree. Agree to
Just
disagree.
Like, agree to disagree.
I felt like she was, you know, nepo babied into us, and she was beautiful. She was dating stars. The Harvey Weinstein of it all. They bought the Oscar for her.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, people get packaged like this all the time, and then of course, like, you know, you ride the fucking wave, and then if it hits, it hits, or if it doesn't, they throw you away, and then the next one. So like,
yeah,
just watching Sydney Sweeney today, I was like, I must be getting old / like getting so jaded from the industry that like I'm watching someone be ogled by the male gaze, and like I think before, even as a gay man, I'd be like, oh, I get it, but I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't even, the face for me.
I think she's
like
I think she is a particularly egregious example.
That's why. That's I know.
Really
I just watched it today, so like it's really it's really like top of mind, because I'm like, how dare you shove this person down my throat like this?
But I think even inside of the culture, it's kind of acknowledged how egregious this specific example is. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so like, what do you think?
There was that rom-com that she was doing with that guy, and it was just...
And it made no money here. It got panned. It was on for 2 weeks.
There was no chemistry in the trailer.
I didn't even see the trailer.
Oh, I was being pushed the trailer heavy because
really?
I am a ingester of rom-coms, and my algorithm knows that I will watch trash.
Okay.
Trash. You're talking to a woman that has watched Kissing Booth a lot. And you don't even know what that movie is. Yeah, exactly. Because it's meant for 12-year-old girls who are discovering their bodies for the first time. And me. Discovering my body for the discovering my body for the upteenth time.
You keep losing it or forgetting it.
Like, I mean, trash. Like maybe one of the worst movies. But you cannot deny I love rom-coms, especially bad ones, but so I think I have like a discerning taste when it comes to like rom-coms of that level and tier and genre, like genre speaking.
Did you watch Irish Wish?
Is that the one with
Lindsay Lohan?
No.
Oh. You need to get on Netflix right now and watch that. Because it is that's like bad in the best way, where you're like, what? You're like, every acting choice she makes and every like turn of story is like, this is fucking insane. Like, how this was clearly pushed through by executives. And she looks great, by the way.
Yeah.
Lindsay looks amazing. I'm really excited for her comeback.
Yeah.
The acting has stayed at
Parent Trap?
Yeah, you know how she was kind of doing Parent Trap, Lindsay in Mean Girls?
Yes.
Kind of like, this kind of girl.
Shucks, like hand in khakis, yeah.
She hasn't changed. And the outfits they put her in this movie, okay, whoever produced this movie or edited this movie, it hates Lindsay Lohan because the fucking hair, the makeup on her and the clothes they chose, like they washed her out. She's splotchy in every scene. She looks gray in some scenes. It is so crazy. I know, but she's like beautiful, but like, just like the choices, the creative choices around her, like the plaids they put her in, it's like, you're in Ireland, so you got to wear plaid. And she's in these like ridiculous plaid outfits. It's so crazy. And it's a quick watch and you will laugh through the entire thing.
I can't wait. I mean, I
not because there's any joke.
But that's the thing. I like to watch these things earnestly. And so Kissing Booth, there's like a bunch of these things in this genre. So I was pushed this Sydney Sweeney rom-com heavily.
Anyone But You. Yeah.
Anyone But You. Yeah, heavy. I was
no one watched it in America, and it did 200 million overseas, mostly in China. So, yeah. That's why they went crazy for it, because they were like, oh, the Asian audiences love this because it's two good-looking white people. So it doesn't even matter if the actual movie's trash. They're just going to watch two good-looking white people.
But also they're like pantomiming chemistry because there's nothing organic there. There was actually more chemistry between them in the press
junkets. Yeah.
Than in the trailer.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Sometimes that happens, but the lack of chemistry was alarming. In a trailer?
Let me just say,
package that together?
I don't know if she could have chemistry with anyone. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't know if she has it. I don't know if she has the thing to like connect to another actor's thing. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like when you're acting, you're like spiritual avatars are connecting. Like you are the two of you.
Sure.
I'm Peter, you're Eunji, but our characters have to like connect on another plane. And I think she's like still starting up that avatar. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I think she's just like doing, I don't know what she's doing.
I mean, this is the things to me where I'm sometimes like, was democratizing, because like, I don't understand how she even got here. Was she a TikTok person? Did someone find her?
Handmaid's Tale. She got famous from Handmaid's Tale.
She was in that.
Yeah, she was like some soldier's wife, and then they had this big arc, and then they both got drowned. Spoiler alert. And
So it was just like she was like a scared woman.
okay. Boom. Stop right there.
Yeah.
Scared and horny.
Yeah.
She's got down. She's got scared and horny down. So in that way, Immaculate is a perfect movie for her.
But you said it was so bad.
I said the first half was bad. First half because she has to like set herself up, right? She has to
become scared and horny.
Yes. Once she got to scared and horny, girl, she was off to the races. I was like, this bitch is the best actress I've ever seen in my life. She's our Meryl Streep. But before that, when she was like, oh, I'm just a nun and I have to assimilate to a new country, like it was so crazy. I was like, these are two different people.
So we just need a vehicle for her to get to horny and scared.
Fast. Fast. Skip the setup. Let's go.
Don't give us any context as an audience.
No way. Because
she arrives and she's scared and she's horny. I think you know what? Actually, let's pitch it.
I don't need to know anything about her, truly, because listen, I didn't find out anything about her in the first half of the movie at all. The whole thing started moving when she started getting frightened.
I mean, maybe she's sort of in that sort of Megan Fox type of world.
100.
Jennifer's body.
100.
Thing.
Yeah.
I think
she's
that
good
is
in
sort
like a lane.
Yeah. And I think she does know that. She has to be aware. Someone has to have told her.
No. I don't
Someone
think so.
drew her a picture.
No.
Graphic.
She's not watching dailies. She's not watching her own shows or movies. I doubt it. I think she's one of these sex bombs.
Sex pots. It's like certified, like, you know, every few years they shove a sex pot down our throats. For sure.
And she's the, you know, she's the flavor of the week. And hey, go with God and have a great career. I'm not trying to hate on anyone, but I'm just becoming so, like, it's becoming so clear how much they're advancing her into our media.
I mean, it's crazy because think about all the other people from Euphoria
that are such amazing actors.
And interesting and all that stuff. And it's
but
this
don't
is
have
the one.
Double D naturals.
I mean, truly, they are spectacular. Like, again, as someone who's been humbled, having learned why Jennifer Love Hewitt had a career, like I am humbled by that. By the way, she has a thriving career now on Hallmark Channel.
Incredible, great,
incredible,
love it.
But why she was on my screens, why she was being pushed onto me with this, I thought she looked so Christian and meh, face-wise and personality-wise. To me, it was like, I don't get it.
Who was your girl back then at her time?
Oh, that's a good question. I am trying to think here. I guess in that genre of
Carmen Electra?
No. Of that genre, that like Jennifer Love Hewitt, like rom-com, like teen movie. You know, I'm gonna say I like the Julia
Jennifer
Stiles.
Aniston?
Yeah, no, the Julia Stiles, like that generation of teen actress, right? It's the Jennifer.
I didn't see it for Julia Stiles either. I really did not.
Oh no, but she looks like something's happening.
Oh, she's a great actress.
Yeah, like, you know, she got some brightness there. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Are you talking about sexuality? Like, sexually?
Yeah, exactly. Because you were saying she was meh. Mm-hmm. You thought she was Christian and meh, Jennifer Love Hewitt. So who was the other side of that?
Oh, you know, God, I'm not gonna remember her name. It's
Eliza Dushku.
Yes,
she was hot.
She was it. I mean, because I also watched Buffy, and then
Dollhouse.
Yes!
Oh my God. How good was Dollhouse?
Dollhouse was incredible.
I know he's canceled now, but like his stuff.
Incredible.
Joss Whedon.
Firefly?
Firefly alone. I know. So good.
I mean, it's a shame. It's a goddamn shame because Firefly to me is one of the best shows that ever were to exist.
I know. So
but
good.
Yes, but Eliza Dushku for sure. And then there's it's like the women that have like the Jennifer Connollys to me, like The dark hair, blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
There's the girl that was in Meet Joe Black.
Oh, yes. Vera Farmiga.
Yes, like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I see the vibe now. Yeah.
Yes. I went like something like that. Like, but in
Yeah.
terms of good actresses and like that teen rom-com genre, like I think there were like the Rachel Lee Cooks, the Julia Stiles. There were people who were in that genre who were giving you a little more
Yeah.
that were still attractive
Yes, yes, yes.
but interesting. But they didn't have those. I mean, I guess if you think about it, having huge, heavy naturals and a tiny waist is sort of like
Skill?
that's kind of you being a skill. Like that's a God-given
Burden.
thing. Like it's
Yeah.
not. It's just as rare as it is to have the other stuff, right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. In LA, it feels like dime a dozen, but it's of course fake.
It's
but
the natural part of it.
yeah. That's I guess that still wins for, men be loving titties. So do women, but men specifically be loving the titties.
And there is a look to it physically.
The tits?
The heaviness
heft.
of the heaviness
heft.
of the natural.
Yeah.
And
you love
on
to
a
see a woman having back problems like while she's acting. Just a natural slump that patriarchy and God has wrought her with.
We want to watch you be weighed down by it.
Humbled by your breasts. While we all stare and objectify you and make billions upon them.
But it's like, there's something about that small waist, like on that, like the naturalness of it. There is a specific body.
Tiny big
and
titty
softness.
girl. Yes, yeah.
The softness to the body and everything that's different than, in
An
LA.
angular, bony bitch with
huge
fake
tits.
balloon tits. Yeah. Listen, it is what it is. I understand why she is popular. I'm just calling forth and manifesting a talent that inspires me. I want to go watch someone that is beautiful and also intoxicating to watch act. That's all I'm asking for. I know it's a lot, but I need that. I need that for just
Putting
the
it out.
inspiration.
Putting
just
it out into the
inspiration. Yes. And
Wait,
they don't have
is
to be white girls. They could be Asian girls, black girls, Hispanic girls. Like, let's get away from the blonde sex pot. Like, can we have other sex pots? I mean, they really tried Salma Hayek for a while.
Oh, and she is to me, to Salma.
Tiny and big titty too.
Yes.
See? She just couldn't act. Now she's gotten a lot better now.
Yeah.
She couldn't. Remember when she first came out, Fools Rush In? We were like, what? What are you trying to sell us? I don't understand this at all.
But she had it. To me, she's got it. Like off camera, like in person, the interviews. Like she was always so vivacious.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you, just like thinking about like putting forth. I was thinking about this today, Peter. Can I ask you?
What?
Have you, when you have manifested or put something out into the universe like that you really wanted and thought about it and tried to manifest, how often has that happened?
How often has it happened?
Or has it ever?
Yes. But never the way I thought it would.
I was realizing it's never happened to me. Anything I've like wanted or thought about or put intention towards.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Manifest? What do you mean?
Yeah. We went on tour. You're doing comedy all the time. You're booking jobs.
But
You just shot 2 commercials. What are you talking about?
But I mean, like I'm talking
These are
about,
all things you put out intentions for.
I'm talking about like the.
You're talking about visualization.
And the thing that I like so with these auditions, I'm going out on auditions. I do it all the time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about like jobs that I really want. Where I like send out the self-tape and I'm like I see myself and I'm visualizing or there's like a job or a gig or something like that I've specifically wanted and thought and desired and tried to manifest. It's never worked out. If I've ever actively not spoken about it, not talked about it, and not manifested, those do.
Maybe that's your way in. To do less. Maybe you're doing too much. And the universe is like, girl, chill.
You should
Back
Sydney
up.
Sweeney. You need
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah. Just dim the lights inside for a little bit.
It's actually on fire in here.
It's hard to, I think when I'm thinking about like a specific gig or a job and I'm like, oh, I really want this. I don't know if that's how I manifest. I think I do it more like generally. More like, let's say if the job was, like I want to be a series regular as opposed to like I want to be a series regular on Frasier the reboot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think that's more the way I do it as opposed to like specifically this job or like this thing. Like if I want an opportunity to travel for work, like I try to visualize as like specifically as like, oh, like a 10-city tour or whatever, but like it doesn't come out like, but you and I toured together. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like I do get what I want, but it's maybe not exactly the way I imagined.
There's a lesson there.
I think if you're super specific, you might set yourself up for being let down.
Well, that's what my husband always says, that I am addicted to disappointment.
I feel like he only says that because he wants to do little in the house. He's really found the loophole there.
I mean, let me tell you, he's doing a good job.
Yeah. He's living up to those expectations. Okay, do you want to share like specifically something you were thinking about, or you just noticed in general that you're like things aren't
so very specifically the two jobs that I did get, there were two other jobs outside of that I really wanted. And so I put all of my like eggs and I started to count that money, and I started to count those jobs.
Oh no.
And I literally wrote all those things down, like that this is the money that I'm going to make from these, and like I'm actualizing it, right? I'm manifesting. Like I hadn't heard back, but I was like, these are the things I'm going to get.
But you know what? I have to say, I don't think that's a bad move on your part. I think manifest it, really be specific about it, but also be open to you getting the underlying thing behind the thing. You know what I mean? Like the job is just a job, but the thing under the job might be like a job that positions you in a place to launch into another stratosphere, or like a chance to work with a icon that someone you idolize. You know what I mean? As opposed to like the job or like the thing under the thing. I do think you still get there, I think.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, it's a full moon? Was there a full moon recently?
I think it just passed, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just it's more the type of focus that I think the reason why it trips me up sometimes is because the focus becomes the outcome.
Boom. That's what's tripping you up.
Yeah.
I do agree with that because
Yeah.
the outcome should never be. I think it never will be satisfying.
Oh, absolutely. And I know this.
Yeah, it's the under that's satisfying.
Yes.
Yeah. So
To work at all.
to work, but like to work specifically, not to like work just to get by, but to work in order to for something else, like to provide your kids a security or whatever it is, like to work to get you to a point where you can be, I don't know, an author of a memoir. Like you work enough to establish something. I mean, I always think of that, like I think everything I do towards work or doing the stuff I like to do is to not work anymore. You know what I mean? So like if I could get to not work anymore and not necessarily take all the steps that my brain made up to get there, there might be a easier way. You know what I mean? Like, but we do it because contextually you and I are comics and comedians and creators, so we put those steps in between us and whatever that goal is, like security or freedom or whatever the fuck. But like
Right.
I do think that you do manifest a thing under it. So I don't think it's
under it.
wasted. I don't think it's wasted.
Give me an example. Like when you say under it, like are you saying like, oh, just a Sears regular, or I want to be a writer at this thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I really was manifesting writing for this new NBC show called St. Denis Hospital.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
And I did not get that. And I was really bummed about that. But the thing behind the thing, it's not like it's a new show, so it's not like I was like, it's my favorite show. Like it was because I just thought I would have really so much fun writing for that show. And also I wanted to work,
Right.
So like the work under it and not only to like make money, but to work in a collaborative sense with other funny people. And I think that's coming true as opposed to like actually staffing on this NBC show. Like that doesn't even actually matter at the end of the day. Like for me, like,
Yeah, I mean,
it would be nice, but
Of
like
course.
the under is the collaborative work that I can do and make money. So like,
Yeah.
and also to put me into an exposure to another level of people so I could continue to work later, So
I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of that is sort of the cycle right now. I mean, I was talking about this with my friend and with Max just the other day about college, because I was talking about how Hollywood and also most other elite industries seem to be starting to constrict, where it was the same sort of access that used to exist, which was you either needed to know someone or you needed to be extraordinary. Those were the two ways into like Hollywood, publishing.
yeah,
But like, there are some, I would call them culturally elite industries, right? Writing, magazine stuff, like things in that kind of world.
fashion,
Where you need to know somebody
yeah,
or you need to be extraordinary. Those are the only ways in. But then with the 90s and DEI and everyone going to college, it sort of democratized, even with social media as well, flattened and democratized access and entrance into these fields. And now that money is going away, they're constricting again. And the ways in have gone back to know someone or be extraordinary.
yeah.
And it's the same thing with all those other industries. So, and I also think the same is going to be true with college. I mean, I see a lot of, I don't know what TikTok thinks I am, but I think it thinks I'm like a 17-year-old girl sometimes, because like I'm getting all these like college admission stuff. So like all this, like I was like recently Ivy
Is
Day.
it triggering you because you dropped out?
Yes, I mean like it's like crazy. I'm like,
it knows
why do I
that you
need
dropped
this?
out.
But like, you know, it's so weird. So, but some of the stats on these kids are fucking insane, and they don't get into fucking Tufts. You know, it's like really crazy to me, the things that these kids are having to do. And so now even colleges are doing that too. You either need to know somebody or you need to be extraordinary.
Yeah.
And now that even the middle class can't engage with that shit anymore,
That's crazy.
with the debt and everything, is it worth it?
No, I don't think so.
So, I mean, I wonder in the next 5
Just
or
get to know
6
more
years.
people. Like it really, because who could be extraordinary for that long? Even if you are extraordinary now, will you be extraordinary your next thing? Probably not. So like, I think it's just easier to do the other thing. Although, albeit hard for like an introvert like myself, or if anyone else is out there, but I've been getting a little more like, I've been pushing myself to do that part, because you're right. It is constricting, and there's no other way around doing it besides nepotism. And I don't mean nepotism in a totally bad way. Like, you and I only book people on our shows that we know and have been good at shows. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So like, call it
It's just
nepotism.
how the world works.
That's just how it works.
The world works. Like,
Yeah.
we are tribal by design and nature.
Yeah, and we're
So,
just trying to hedge the losses, baby. That's it. So
like,
I
you
get
know,
it.
like I don't know you as a stranger. Why would I invite you to my fire?
Exactly. You might kill me. I don't know your history.
You might be a bear in a human clothing, or you may be friends with many bears that are waiting and lying in wait outside.
No, that's not happening to me. Not again. Twice in a lunar
learned
cycle, yeah, is enough. All right,
I mean,
folks.
yes,
Well, that's it for today's podcast. Thank you for listening. I hope your manifestations stay strong and come true for the next lunar cycle. And thanks for sharing that, Unji, by the way, because I think a lot of people probably think that way too. Like, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Am I even doing this? What the fuck? Everyone's talking about it. What the fuck am I doing? You know? So
Maybe
thank you
I'm
for sharing
unlucky,
that.
like this, you know.
No, your sclera is fine. I don't see any of your lower eye sclera.
You can barely see my eyes.
Yeah. That's actually a good bit. All right. Thanks for listening. Check out the Patreon. We love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.